Hello, welcome to a brand new week. You aren't going to believe it, but the person who was part of making Moss Lady watched the vlog that I had Moss Lady in and contacted me, left a comment in the comments and said, hey, I made Moss Lady, and I was like, what? That's crazy. So I was in contact with Dale. And Dale has agreed to meet with me this week, and so we're going to talk. I'm going to get to interview Dale, and so I'm excited to interview Dale and introduce you to him and talk to Dale about the making of Moss Lady this week. So that's in this week's vlog, and it's going to be a great week. So thanks for watching, and let's have a great week together. It's Sunday evening, and we just dropped Trinity and a friend off. They wanted to go for sushi for dinner. And we have noticed that there are more tourists in town, and so guess what? The first cruise ships are in town, so look at the size of that baby. A big giant cruise ship in town. So there'll be lots more of these this season. This is the first of many. Good Monday morning. I am here with the Moss Lady again, and I have a very special treat for you today. A few weeks back when I posted about the Moss Lady, one of the creators of the Moss Lady commented on the video. His name is Dale, and Dale is here with me today. And I asked Dale if he would be so kind as to meet up with me and share with you a little bit about what it was like to create her, and so he agreed to do that. And we've just spent a lot of time going over what was involved, and he's going to talk to you a little bit more about that. So why don't you tell our viewers what was involved in creating Moss Lady?
Oh, well, it was quite a bit of coordination, and took a lot of work to get the clay and get the permission to do it, and get the whole process and everybody involved, the material, the moss, permission. It was a lot of involvement, and it was one of the best parts. I think it was all in-house with the city employees, and it was just all us that did it. We didn't have to contract out, so it was just all in all a good project, and everybody seemed to love it. So it's pretty cool. Yeah.
So one of the things that really surprised me was all the steps involved in creating Moss Lady. There was the irrigation and bringing in just I didn't imagine how much was involved in the layers underneath. So maybe you can share a little bit about the layers of building her up too.
Well, it's probably about 30 layers to get the face right. Our guys over at Concrete did it, Louis and Jamie, and it's solid. It's not going to go in here. There's 15 yards of soil-based clay and moss and stainless steel bar and a little bit of concrete here and there, and there's quite a bit to it. All in all, it was a lot of effort.
Yeah, there's loads of boulders underneath, and then there's wire caging and...
Yeah, it was a stainless steel rod that we used, and then a vinyl chicken wire over that, and then the clay over that again. And then the moss, and it's kind of a garden netting, that sheer netting that goes over to hold it all down, so eventually it'll go through, and then everything's stapled in. So there's a lot of things that you don't see.
Yeah, that's true about human beings too,
yeah,
right? And then the other thing that was really interesting to me was all the things that happened so that she didn't sink too.
Oh, yeah.
You kind of spoke about that.
Yeah, the whole process is we wanted this thing to last a long time, so we had to do a lot of different things and think about it so it's going to last. This will be here past our great grandkids, I hope. So it's not going to go anywhere soon. So.
All right. Anything you want people to know about Moss Lady before we wrap it up today?
No, it's just kind of a tranquil setting that you're supposed to come and just enjoy and stuff like that. We are going to be making some other seating over here, because we get a lot of old folks homes, and they come down and bring their people, so we want a place for them to sit. But we're making that kind of artistic too. It's going to be cut out of a great big old cedar as well, so it'll be kind of artsy, you know. So
You guys do such a beautiful job of keeping this park, and we really enjoy spending time here. We're lucky we live just
Down the road.
we live across the road.
Okay. That's cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
we
we
get
spend
a
a
lot
lot.
of visitors. Yeah.
Yeah, and we spend a lot of time here. So thank you for everything you do to maintain this park. We really appreciate it, and I really appreciate you taking the time today and showing us everything. He put together this gorgeous book, which we'll show a little bit to you as well, of all the stages, and it's fascinating. Is there anywhere else people can go to find out more about her?
I think there might be a bit of a blog with the city, but if you just Google Moss Lady on the internet, a whole bunch of different stuff comes up, and there's been a lot of articles in different papers about it too, so there's a lot of other information out there.
Okay, thank you, Dale.
Okay.
Hello, it is Wednesday, and I am sitting in the infamous blue and red chairs on the rocks. We just finished filming Namaste Yoga here. Namaste Yoga 326. We are doing the 6 perfections, and this week was on morality. It was a really beautiful class on how morality grows from the inside out. It was really nice teachings and also postures as well. I really enjoyed teaching it, so I'm looking forward to enjoying that on Friday and seeing how you like it as well. So a gorgeous day here, a little bit of wind, but it's just a beautiful sunny day, and we just saw tons and tons of marine life, loads of seals and sea lions and birds, and it was just a beautiful filming today. Trinity and I are just having a little coffee break, iced tea break, and we're having a girls' night. Tim is out flying. He's taking a flight all the way up island, actually. He's going all the way up to Port Hardy. He's going to be gone for about 7 hours. So we're taking advantage and having a nice girls' night. We're walking around downtown. It's a beautiful evening, and we're gonna do some clothes shopping, and we've just been cruising. Trini had a really nice donut from Crust, and we got some vitamins from the vitamin shop, and we're just gonna tour around downtown and probably pick up something to eat and enjoy our iced teas and cool down a little bit. I got strawberry rhubarb. What flavor did you get, Trini?
I got vanilla matcha.
Vanilla matcha. Good morning, it's Thursday morning. I'm here in the park with Tim, and we're gonna take it easy today. We're probably gonna go for a hike in a bit, but we just had to take care of something this morning. We filmed some videos about a year ago that is going as part of a new autoresponder sequence that we're gonna be putting on our website of my top 3 props and how to use them. And there are like 10 videos that you'll get, and it's really cool. But we lost the photos that go with it. So we're gonna have to re-photograph the photos that you get for this. So that's what we're doing this morning. Tim's setting up the photos, the camera, and I'm getting my top 3 props set up. That's probably not a big surprise, but how to use them will be a bit, maybe. And we're gonna take some photos this morning. The ducks are here. You see the ducks? They're here keeping us company. So we're gonna get started with that. Driving home from running some errands, and we came by the school ground, and there were 3 deer here on the school ground, and all the kids were just going on and playing, but the deer have gone off into the yard now. I was too slow for the deer, but I think Tim got a photo. But it was really funny because all the kids just kept playing, and the deer were just all beside them, and the teachers were trying to get the kids away from the deer, but the deer were just eating the grass and going about their business, and then they crossed the road and went into the nice groomed yards, you know, the nice manicured yards to get the good stuff, right?
The roses.
The roses.
They love roses.
So hopefully Tim got a photo so he can put the photo up on the screen for you. It's Thursday evening, and I have a lot of reflection on my glasses, or probably paint on my glasses. I've just finished one of my life book lessons. I'm taking life book 2016 with Tamara Laporte, and each week I get a art lesson in my inbox. I'm quite a few weeks behind. I'm on week 11. I think that was the first one in March. So I'm like about a month behind. But so I just finished this one. I'm going to turn my camera around. So for this particular week, we created this girl who is an angel who is going to meet us where we are and help us with what we needed. So what I love about Tamara Laporte is that she kind of teaches art the same way that I teach yoga. So there's a lot of emotional and mental and energetic support in her art classes. And so that's totally right up my alley. So this lesson was on roots and grounds and wings. And so we did this whole meditation before on what emotions were present and what we needed right now in our lives. And then we created this artwork around it. So this angel will support me on my path right now with what's going on in my life. And I really love how she turned out. I love painting eyes, and I'm really happy with how the lips and the nose turned out, because my lips have been really small and these ones just turned out really luscious and more like real lips. This girl is more real than most of my girls have been, more cartoonish. So that was kind of interesting to see how that unfolded. So I'm pretty happy with her. This goes in a book, so every week we created another piece of art, and at the end of the year we have a book that represents our year. So that's pretty cool. I'm really excited about that. Although she's pretty nice, she could really go on the wall. It's Friday morning and I had a lovely walk. I walked Trinity to school this morning. I took her for a special frappuccino this morning. I was supposed to have a dentist appointment. It was the best dentist appointment ever. I had the wrong week. I don't have to go next week. Yay! Then I had a call with one of my leaders this morning, which is really nice. She's going to be doing some more weekly challenges. And I'm going to sit and do some art now. I could make some classes, and I probably will later, write some classes. But I thought I would set up a time lapse for you as I create some art. And I'm going to be putting in some, this one has some collaging in the background, so I'm going to show it to you. So you know when we do mail time and you guys send me letters, well, I don't just put them in the recycling bin. I actually save them because I use them for background collaging. You guys write me such long letters, it's so sweet. And I'm going to be putting them along with some, I'm going to pull out some poetry books too that I'm not really overly enjoying the poetry from. But I'm going to put some collaging of this collage background needs to be text. So I'm going to put some of your text in the background from your letters, which are so lovely. They have such great energy in them. And some poetry and some from this Angel Wisdom book. I love using this book for my background. And I'm going to set up on a time lapse so we can see this come together, which I'm really excited about. Okay, so my time lapse didn't work out for some reason, which I'm so disappointed in because I've been sitting here for an hour working on this piece of art, and I was so excited for it to come together like really quickly in a time lapse. But I'm going to explain to you how I made this because it was really cool. It's another life book with, it was with Mary Beth Shaw. It was week 10 of Life Book. So I'm going back and catching up with them. But yeah, let me explain how this came together because it was really cool. So the way that it worked was we put down, I showed you how I had those pieces of text from books and then from letters that people had written me, and also from different poetry that I had put in that I knew they were poems that I'm not going to be using in Namaste Yoga. And then what we did was, you can see we went through and we circled certain words that appealed to us. So I circled ebb and flow, dragon, grace, firefly, creative, style, daughter like silk. So you circled all those, and share, benefit of the whole, somersault. So that was really cool. And then you saw all the words that came through, and the whole piece was about being in the moment. So you weren't choosing any of these words, but these words came through. And what was really cool about it was that they actually relate to you in your life right now and how they speak to you in your life, even though it wasn't intentional that you were choosing these words. So this piece is about as far as I can take it right now. The next part is to stencil maybe a word or a couple of words on the top of this, and then it will be done. So it was a neat collaging of text and stencils and painting and dripping and lots of fun stuff. So it's really fun. I'm really disappointed the time lapse didn't work out, but another really cool art journal page. I'm going to see if Michael's has a 50% off to get some texting stencils and do black texting stencil over it. And if I do, then maybe I'll show that to you after later. So that was fun, and now it's time for me to have some lunch. So good news, Michael's has a 50% off coupon, a 40% off coupon, and Danger Zone 30% off washi tape. So I know Trinity and I went clothes shopping earlier this week, and we didn't find anything for her, and she really needs new clothes for spring. So the mall where we're going to go to has the Michaels. So I will be able to get the stencils to finish this up, and we'll probably be going after school today, so yay! Okay, look what just arrived. I'm so excited. I created new thank you cards, and they're here. Ooh, they are kind of glossier than I was hoping. And the fact that I didn't spend as much time as I should have blending that nose. It looks like I kind of just gave up on that. But otherwise, I'm pretty happy with that. If you kind of squint and don't focus on that nose too much, it's okay. And I really like what we put in the center. So our hearts are filled with gratitude. May you experience each day as a sacred gift woven around the heart of wonder. It's from one of John O'Donoghue's writings. So I really like that. I'm not sure that we got what we asked for there with the matte finish. But they're here, and that is surely more than 100. That happens sometimes with printing. You get more than you asked for, which is fine because we will use them. So when you send us a donation, or I send these to people when they do interviews with me and things like that, I send out thank you cards. So this is good. I can get back on this. And remember when I told you when I do my art this morning and you guys send me things, I incorporated into my art. When Hannah Violette wrote me a letter that on her envelope were these flowers, and so I incorporated them into her hair here. So the things you send me, I don't throw away. I use them. I use them in my art and in my journals and things like that. So this is exciting. I can get writing thank you cards again because it's time to be doing that. Okay, well, we made it to Michael's today, finally, later than we thought, but I got the stencils and I got a few different kinds, and as you can see, I put them to use already. I found my coupons, and they had, I think I told you they had a coupon for 30% off washi tape. So I got this pack, which is really cute with the gold hearts and the turquoise, the teal arrows and stripes. I really like that. There's glue all over my hands. I've been doing so much gluing. And so then I was able to stencil on that Daughter of Silk. And I enjoyed that project so much. I made two others. I can only show you one because one is a gift. Oh, I kind of showed you the other one. But this one I made, and it was so cool. There were so many things that came forward on this one too. But this one really kind of was so cheeky. I loved it. If Buddha, well, actually Buddha was a girl, but I put if Buddha was a girl in front of it. I think I'm going to hang this in the bathroom, but we'll see. There were so many amazing phrases that came forward with it, but I think I might, I don't know, I'm kind of fearful, but I might write some poetry with the phrases that come forward, because there were just so many cool phrases, like this one at the bottom about emptiness is full and unlearning, and it just the phrases that come forward are just begging for poetry. So we'll see. what happens with that. And I'm trying to keep the other one that's a gift out of the shop. So I'm excited about that. So excited to be arting again. And these frames, which I bought at thrift shops a while ago, weren't really working for me because they're really odd shaped. And so I decided to use them up for these projects. And then now they're like really sparking this in me to do this kind of project. These odd shaped frames are going to be great for this kind of project. So really excited, loving this, doing this kind of art. Really fun. It's Sunday evening and we just got back from the farm. We had to get some veggies and I'm in the kitchen. We did a meetup last weekend and we talked about making our kitchens a sacred space, and many of us were inspired to make altars for our kitchens. And this is my altar. Linda, our first member ever, and she runs the food section of our membership site now. She made me this gorgeous plate with, what do I say all the time? Infinite time and no ambition. So that had to be on my kitchen altar. And then I painted these stones. This was a gift from a student. My sister, Becky, gave me this angel, which I wanted an angel or a goddess or something like that to watch over our food. Something for our family, because this is a space where I nourish our family. And then I love this photo of Trinity on her first birthday having birthday cake with a cake all over her face. So adorable. I want to update this photo, it's so old. So we need a new photo of Tim, Trinity and I in that. But anyway, that's a good start. And I really like this little kitchen altar to create a sacred space in the kitchen. That was something we talked about in our meetup. And we went to Dan's farm, so I want to do a little haul because I love Dan's farm. Just, they have more special stuff than at our regular farm we go to at Fairbanks. So we got this rainbow chard and this spring mix of lettuce and lots of different kinds of apples. So those are just onions, sweet onions and red onions. And then my favorite pink lady apples, and a lot of different apples today. These ones they all had the names on the stickers, so that was helpful. Braeburns, not that unusual. These pea shoots, the pea greens, I love these, they're lovely on salads, so I'm excited about that. Then they had these different greens. One of them, I can't remember, this one or the other one was broccoli shoots, but they just look so good. They'll be lovely fried up. They had fresh local asparagus, so that's gonna be wonderful. And then two kinds of apples I hadn't heard of before. They're both from Washington, but they just look so red and wonderful. These ones red Romeos, so wonderful. And then the other ones, they look a lot like Red Delicious, but they're from Washington as well, but they're cameos. So two new kinds of apples to try, I'm excited about that. And then spinach, and then this was the other kind of greens. Looks a lot like the other ones, but slightly different, so those look so nutrient dense. And some kale. So that was a good haul from Dan's. Gonna keep us good and filled up with nutrient dense greens and some sweet yummy apples over the next few days before we get to Fairbanks, because they're only open Wednesday through Saturday. Okay, I thought I would sign off in the bathroom because see this new piece of art. So I finished it, I hung it up, and you know what, maybe I'm even gonna read you the poem that goes with it. Or maybe I'll read the poems next week. I've been writing poetry to go with these pieces of art because, as I showed you the other day, there's words all in this poem, in this art, and then I started writing some poetry to go with it. So leave it in the comments or give me a thumbs up if you'd like me to read you some of the poetry that I've been writing to go with these art. And I look forward to seeing you next week. We've got a lot of filming to do next week. Actually, the weather here has been gorgeous, so Tim has been wanting to get out onto the boat. So he was saying that today that he would like to take me out on the boat, leave me on a deserted island to do some art on a deserted island. So that's the plan for next week. So we look forward to seeing you next week. We've got a lot of filming to do, but hopefully sometime out on the water and on an island somewhere to get some R&R too. Thanks for watching. Your presence here is very much appreciated. I'll see you next week.
No.